my baby is SmartSync, which is this piece of software. So I mentioned the ability to manage and control your laptops or your computers in your ICT suite. So what I've got here are the thumbnails of two laptops. So all I've done, I'm not doing anything tricky, I've just connected to the Wi-Fi in here, which As has provided. I'll just give you that, so that's alright. So I can see, as a teacher, I think this is really, really important. Traditionally it's used in ICT suites, okay? Now, that's all well and good, but the reason why I say it fits better with the laptop technology is for exactly this reason. Because in a classroom where you've got a mobile trolley and you pull out 20 laptops and everyone gets one, all you have to do really is tilt or move your laptop down half an inch, and I as a teacher from the front of the class, I haven't got a clue what you're doing until I have a piece of software like this. So now I can see exactly what you're doing. So if you were to go onto your browser, so if you just press the Windows button down the bottom left hand side, straight away I can see what's happening there, okay? And I've got a really good view. Now in a classroom where you may have 20 or 30 or even 40 computers connected all at the same time, your thumbnails may look like this. Now, I've got an icon in the top left hand corner, and that shows me what application you are running at that specific moment, which again is great. Now at the moment, all I've done really is used it to manage to observe. It's kind of like a big brother thing. So sometimes it can come across as having quite negative connotations. What I really believe that the software is absolutely superb for is for using it for collaboration and sharing work. And again, the reason I say that is because if I want to have a look at what Peter's doing, all I need to do is double click on that and I get a full screen. So now the whole class can see what Peter is doing. So I can use that. To show Peter's work. Okay. If I wanted to, I could pick up a pen, I could annotate on there, and I could use my smartboard, and Peter sees his work on there. So again, we can get pupils up to the board, collaborating right on there, and Peter gets that on his work. Again, whizzing straight along, I talk about it in terms of productivity as well. So if I just close that down, and change that thumbnail size again, I've got a question for you, and again it's a question that I ask everybody that I come into contact with when I talk about the software. When you're using computers, either in an ICT suite or in a classroom with laptops, how do you get your digital resources to your pupils? How do you get that picture that you need them to see? How do you get the worksheet? Okay, why are you laughing? Is it night? Okay. So very often the common answer is, well, we'll put it on a shared drive. Okay. Which means that before the lesson starts, I've got to dump a file in a folder on in a shared drive, and then at some point during the lesson I say, right, everyone, can you go to the Z drive please, and go to this folder and pick up this file. Off you go. Tick, 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 time goes by. Has everyone got that yet? No, I can't find it. I'll walk over, I'll find it for you. It's just soaking up minutes of my lesson. Minutes. And besides which, it really interrupts the pace and the flow of the lesson. All I need to do is click on the file transfer, click send file. Here is my Word document that I want to send to you. I click send, so it's completed. What you'll now find on your computer is your file has opened up in front of you. Can you get the volcanoes file in front of you? Does it come up? Or it might be already on the bottom of the taskbar there. So you should have a Word file that's come up. So it's just saved me, again, minutes of time, not having to wait for you to go and get a file. Okay? It's just sent out really easily. And there's a number of other tools that we can use on there, and another one that primary schools really like is the ability to control access to the internet. Now I know you have your very own filtering systems within your school. The way I approach this is by saying it's not about filtering for the school, it's about providing a focus during the lesson. So an example would be, I've got a file here on Volcano, so I've got to think about coming up there, I just want to ask you again, how do you get pupils in a lesson to go to a specific website? Maybe you'll put it in shared favourites, which takes a bit of time first. Provide a hyperlink in a text file, that takes preparation. But if I find this great website that's got a really good animation of how volcanoes are formed, if you look at that URL there, that's really long and complicated. Normally, if I was to get you to go there, okay, there's my animation. Normally, I might write it on the board, and then you've got to type it in, and you've got to make mistakes, and the young kids can't do it because, you know what I mean, the backslash stuff, I can't do it. All I need to do is click on that button there, it launches your browser for you, and it sends you straight to that web page. Okay? Again, I've just saved myself minutes. Right, I'll go to okay, so at the end of the lesson now, how many times do you have to walk around logging computers off at the end of a lesson, logging or shutting down computers at the end of the day? All I need to do is click on log off, and there you go, everything closed out, log off. So that's me doing double quick time. Are there any questions? Well,
can I just mention something you did?
Oh, really?
just one key feature that primary schools generally find really useful is the collaboration. Where, say this lady here was doing a superb bit of work, she can be connected to this gentleman over here to work together on some work together. And the other thing that's just worth thinking about. So don't take it personally. So one more thing. Say you had some pupils who had visual acuity problems, maybe their eyesight wasn't as good. You can actually have whatever is running on your whiteboard running on that machine in front of you. So I've seen it used in special needs an awful lot for one to, rest of the class fine with the board, a few children maybe, they can have a laptop in front of them and they can actually see exactly what's going on without any issues. So there's lots and lots of uses that we can only just touch on today because no one tells us.
I've got much